Should we start by doing this?
Season 2.
Season 2. No one's gonna do it with me. Come on.
That was bad.
Ready? Season 2 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Season 2. That was so uncomfortable.
I actually have
Leave that in season 1.
No!
Leave it.
Never.
Leave it.
Remind myself to cut that out.
Yeah.
Good morning.
But it is actually season 2.
Oh my god, we're here. How many episodes have we done? 17?
So we filmed 16, only 15 went up because one was horrific and couldn't go up. It was just, Jordan got way too drunk and just...
I sound like an actual alcoholic in all of these episodes. Last week we were talking about drugs. This week I'm like, we couldn't post it because Jordan was too drunk.
I'm so sad that you guys talked about drugs last week. I'm like sitting at home watching the podcast being like, I have so many cool acid stories. I have so many cool stories. Every time you guys would talk about anything, I was like,
You're like, oh, what about me? We can
like,
still
oh
do
my
that.
god.
Well, I would say maybe you are an alcoholic because it's 9:48 in the morning and...
Cheers, baby.
Cheers,
I got a
bestie.
cup of tea.
I mean, I definitely have like sculled half mine to put more juice in it because it's like,
Oh, you're not really a wine girl though.
no.
It goes
I'm
to your
trying
head
to.
though.
I know.
I'm
it's
really
okay.
trying.
I see the effort.
How many glasses you guys have watched me drink? Because how many glasses I've drunk in real life?
In a whole lot,
That's literally it.
I just carry the team.
You are trying so hard to be a wine girl, like you drinking red and actually finishing a whole
It's such
glass.
a flex.
I'm proud.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm growing up.
I'm glad you're in this episode too. I actually really missed you last week.
Honestly, I watched it and I was like, kind of
FOMO?
funny. Not FOMO, I was like, this isn't even that funny.
Oh my god.
Get fucked, cunt.
The jealousy. I love
Comment
it.
if you think that I'm right.
That is funny. But honestly, the three of us, when we're together, it is better.
The energy's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like rein it in.
It's like the Powerpuff Girls. It'd be weird with 2.
Yeah.
Powerpuff duo, it just doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Has to
And
be
we've
3.
already like given out who each Powerpuff Girl is, and I'm pissed.
Have we talked about it on the podcast?
No.
We haven't
Who
talked
do you
about it.
think we are for the first 30 seconds? But
Just think about it. The
think
Powerpuff
about
Girls.
it. Everyone think.
Who's who? Because when me
In
and
my-
Jordan came up with who we were, we did it at the same time. It wasn't like a discussion. We literally just went,
We were in
this
the
is
shops.
this person, this is this person, this is this person.
Yeah, and then we texted you and you were like, nah. And then I was like, and I was like, no, but for real.
I'm not Buttercup.
Yes, you
are.
You are Buttercup because like Buttercup's like this little like.
Wait, is the green one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buttercup's
Zoe's-
the green one, yeah.
Yeah, you're Bubbles and I'm Blossom.
No, you're not Blossom. Zoe's Blossom.
You're dumber than me.
I don't think it's about which one is dumb.
Dumber than you, she says.
I don't think it's
But
about...
like you have more
I have
like
a
blonde
degree doll.
moments.
Come on. Come on.
I
Blonde moments.
Zoe, she has more blonde moments than I do.
She's gotten better, but you are Bubbles. She is Bubbles, the blue
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm Bubbles and you're fucking the green one. I'm the
I'm
one.
not the green one.
You're not the red one.
I
She's
thought you were the
red
green one because the green one's like a fucking badass. Like,
Yeah.
that one's not to be fucking...
You don't like her because she's not cute.
So I'm gonna be the green one.
She is cute.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Anyway, maybe we should choose a different trio.
We start fighting, become ex-best friends, cancel the podcast.
Season 2.
It's
No,
so
we said if we were Charlie's Angels that I would be Lucy Liu, you would be Cameron Diaz, and you'd be Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
You think?
I think so.
Who's the
But
main
Cameron
one?
Diaz is like...
Fuck off, cunt. Who's the main one?
Who's the main one? But I'm pretty
Okay.
sure Cameron Diaz is like... Isn't she like the ditzy kind of one?
I love Cameron Diaz.
I love Cameron
You're
Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
Okay.
Damn it. I love Cameron Diaz.
And I feel like I'm Drew Barrymore and you're Lucy Liu.
Actually, you're so Drew.
That's how I
You're
would
so
say it.
Drew Barrymore.
I've actually never watched Charlie's Angels.
What?
It's iconic.
Don't
Right.
crucify me!
Okay, we're having a movie night when you're back from...
Watching
Where-
Powerpuff Girls.
Sydney.
I'm off again this weekend.
You're going
Oh
away.
my God.
I'm going away again.
So when you get back, we'll have a movie night and we're watching Charlie's Angels.
Stop shaking your head
Why are
at
you
me.
going away?
Where are you going?
The people want to know.
I'm just going. I'm a veteran of getting on a plane. I don't normally go and.
Yes, you do.
Don't dance around it. Just literally tell us where you're going.
I'm just going somewhere else to see someone.
To have some.
It's been a while. I always just go and see my friends, and she's my friend.
Very popular.
Yeah, she's my friend. I'm just
So you're going to see a friend on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Actually, you do see lots of friends on planes.
I do. I have lots of friends around the world and around the country.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them I want to.
You said it. We didn't even.
I didn't say anything.
You said that.
I didn't say anything.
So you might be going somewhere to. Well, I'm happy for you. I'm glad you're going on a trip. But when you're back, we're watching Choppy.
I'll give you guys an update when there's time for an update.
Okay.
I'm very private with my relationship life nowadays. Come off. As if I'm not.
Okay, you are more private.
you
You're
are.
more private.
Wait, we do talk about a new situation every time we do a podcast,
Yeah.
which is weekly.
just hearing you say I'm very private, I was like, wait, what?
She'll message in the group chat later. Can you please cut this bit out?
Yeah.
No, I feel like I'm not private with every other aspect of my life, but with my romantic life since my divorce, I've really reined it back.
Yeah, which is a mature thing.
I have really reined it back because I'm sick and tired of the keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
Good job, babe.
But something we're going to do in this podcast for season 2 is I'm going to aim to cut out less. Like, let's make it more
authentic,
raw and real, and unless someone says something that they could potentially get cancelled
Yeah, that's
for.
what I'm trying to stress about. Not that I say anything, because I don't ever do it.
I know what you mean. It's more like when you say something that you think someone might interpret as...
Because the
It's
internet
really
takes
hard.
one word and they're like, devil child!
Or someone's watching it and then they catch on to what you're saying and then they ignore the next few sentences because they're caught on what you said. So
And
let's
then
just
your
get one
emails
thing
for that.
straight. None of us are trying to be bitches. We're just
Oh my god, do you know that me and Jordan have a reputation for being bitches, like around Australia?
like
Around
literally
Australia.
around the country.
Like people literally are like, you know that TikTok that we did where you show the phones, which is a trend.
oh my
It's a
god, let's
trend.
talk about that for a sec.
Yeah.
People literally were like, obviously people who are maybe in the next generation of TikTok and don't understand trends. Like, we're literally sitting there being like, wow, that's such a bitchy thing for
Oh
them
my
to
god,
do.
we got so much
What?
backlash. So if you haven't seen it, Emily and I made this TikTok
where we like,
showed pictures to each other that didn't show the camera and like had captions for the photos being like, one of them was like people that should break up. And I'm just going to be honest about it. She literally showed me a picture of my ex.
But honestly, though,
And then I showed her a picture of my ex and we just had a laugh about it. We weren't, that's the bitchiest it got to. That's the bitchiest level
half the
that
photos
video
that
got to.
Jordan showed me were me.
Yeah, best kiss
As-
up, Emily.
And as if every single person on earth, anyone who even watched that TikTok, if I say to you, like say to one of your best friends, a couple who should break up, someone doesn't come to your mind.
Come
like as
on,
if everyone
seriously.
knows, like that's just a stupid.
Showing a picture of our exes my ex was the bitchiest way that podcast got to. And to be honest, I don't give a fuck if she thinks I'm a bitch. So,
That's so stupid.
but everything else was literally about us.
But yeah, everyone was like, everyone had like a lot of feedback, like in their own little groups, which
It's
gets
gotten around. No one wants to say it on TikTok, but they'll talk about it in their groups and circles around.
Yeah, that she uploaded a photo on Instagram, and I literally, I gave people a chance. I said, like this comment if you think me and Jordan are a bitch. And no one liked it. So if
It's
you got
just-
something to say, go like my comment.
It's
and then
been
comment
so
why
many-
you think that we're bitches.
In different
because
groups in
we really
Brisbane,
are.
Brisbane, Sydney, Perth. Like, what the fuck did we ever do?
Like,
do any of these people actually know you? Like,
no,
No.
not really.
Well,
Like,
then it's
no
irrelevant.
I know
no
it's
of.
irrelevant, but I want to know what it is that gives off bitch vibes.
It's
Do you know what it
confidence.
is? It's because when we were younger, we weren't the best people.
But yeah, I think as long as you're accountable, it doesn't excuse for
No, never.
doing the wrong thing. But I feel like when you get older, the most important thing to like understand is accountability for like the things that you did as a younger person
And
that
there's-
hurt your feelings.
There's a difference between things that you did when you were younger to hurt someone's feeling that you're taking accountability for and doing a fucking TikTok trend. It's a
It's a trend.
It's a
motherfucker.
We
TikTok.
literally showed each other. That was, as I said, that was the only bitchy part, which really isn't that bitchy, and the rest of it were mainly photos of ourselves.
But it's not even bitchy. Even if I showed you a couple that I know that I think should break up, I'd have a reason for it. Like maybe one of them cheats on the other person, or maybe one of them's really toxic. Like, yeah, I do fucking think they should break up. How's that bitchy?
It's not
True,
bitchy.
you're allowed your own opinion.
It's not bitchy when it's the
Especially
truth,
when you know
babes.
facts. There are some
Yeah.
couples that I'm like, how are you even
Exactly.
together?
As if everyone doesn't have a couple in their
Pretty
life
sure
that
that's
they know.
what a lot of people thought about me and my ex. Why are you guys together?
Literally, as if you haven't been. We all have been in relationships
Literally.
that other people have been like, "What are you doing?"
100%.
Me at myself for every relationship I've ever been in. What the fuck are you doing?
Well, I mean,
Questionable. All of them.
We've got to learn.
And I have.
we live, we learn, and we level up.
It's
And we
something-
don't want to sit here and be like, we're the best people in the world
We're
because we
perfect.
have all done stuff that like isn't that great.
Exactly.
But it's where we started
Mhm.
and now where we're at. So it's like nice to talk about things that made us kind of evolve into who we are. Because I feel like if I didn't do half the bad shit that I did, I wouldn't be as like aware of
The bad shit.
the bad
Yeah.
shit and like who I am now. Like I'm like anti anything that I used to do.
Oh my god, same.
Because I'm like, I've done it. I've experienced it. I've felt it and I've
And
seen
you know
how
what it does to
affects-
other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do someone dirty, you see the effects, and then you're like, shit, I will recognize now that that's not something I should do to other people.
I
Honestly.
feel like we need to like talk about, we were going to do it on TikTok, but I feel like we should do like that thing where like you say really fucked up things that you've been through.
Oh my god,
All that people
yeah.
have said to you.
All the things that like your ex used to do to you that you thought was okay at the
Yeah.
time.
Should we
Oh.
make like a podcast on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, stay tuned. because
Pin
we're
that
gonna-
topic because
We're going to talk about some really, like, we've had some conversations lately that, like, I've been like, oh my god, I just, random memory has, like, because I have a lot of blacked out shit in my head.
same.
But, like, random memories will pop up. Like, the other day I had a photo pop up and I was like, oi, guys, this happened to me when I took this photo. And everyone was in the car and they were like,
Yeah, you don't realize some of the
And I was
trauma
like,
in
"Oi,
past
is-
relationships.
is it that bad? And everyone was like, that is, like, really fucked up. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I have more trauma than I thought.
Well, even me and Bianca have done it before where, like, I'll say something and it'll, like, remind her of something from, like, her past or vice versa. And I'll be like, fuck, actually, someone said this to me once before. And then we'll both be like, that's fucked. I would never say that to you. Oh, my God. And they're like,
Yeah.
why did we put up with that?
Oh
That's
my
fucked.
god, some of the shit.
Don't
Going
even
back
know
to what we said before when people are like saying that me and Emily are bitches, it makes me really sad because like we were just kids.
I
If it was
think you're not
now-
an adult to 25.
If now
Yeah.
we got told they were like, oh, I met Emily and Jordan, or I met Jordan, or I met Emily at this event and they were a fucking cunt to me, now I'd be like, oh shit, well,
What did I
that's-
do? And,
what
like,
did I
how
do?
can
Like, how did I
Yeah.
behave? Please let me like work on that.
Back then,
But back then, we were just kids.
a bitch was my front.
Yeah,
Being
it
a
was
bitch
my-
was literally
It was my defense
front.
mechanism.
Like, I was like, everyone, like, but everyone loved me for being a bitch, and then some people would fucking crucify me for being a bitch.
But also sometimes you just meet people and they meet you and they're like, even
You know-
now, and they're intimidated by you and it's like, wow,
Yeah.
they're a bitch. And it's like, I wasn't being a bitch, I just wasn't sucking up your ass.
And
I'm
also,
not
I
looking
don't
at
have
dick.
to like every single person that I meet for the
Yeah.
rest of my life, and if I don't like you, I'm not gonna fucking pretend. I would be polite to you. Now, I would be polite to you and I'd be
Always.
kind to you. And if I don't like you, that's probably because we're just different people. That's fine. But back in the day, if I didn't like you, you fucking knew about it.
It's really hard too because you have a big personality,
Yeah.
and I can relate to that. Having all three of us have big personalities, it's sometimes when you meet new people and we go to events and things like that, people aren't going to immediately like us because we have big personalities.
Yeah.
Big personalities can be taken in a very intimidating, like holy fuck kind of way,
Yeah.
or like a oh I love them, they're awesome.
Or-
There's
I
don't think
remember
there's much
all I
in between.
wanted, all I wanted as like a late teen, early adult was like everyone to look at me. I wanted all of the attention on me, and I
Really?
I
Weird.
literally
Jordan's like, I
can't relate.
that.
No, I literally was like, but I didn't do it intentionally to a point where I was like, I want everyone to look at me. It's just like my personality drew people in and I loved the attention. And then I remember I went through, I knew that's why you fucking come cuddling into me.
No,
I'm cuddling into you because I love you. And I didn't go to a few events for like maybe like 6 months to a year. And I remember I came back. It was probably after that heartbreak, to be honest. And I came back and I remember people sitting me down in the room and saying, wow, it's really nice that you're an...
Sorry to pause, the baby was just kicking. I wanted you to feel it. It stopped as soon as I put your hand there. Did you feel that?
Oh my God.
Get your hand out of there. I want to turn.
Every time it kicks and then I put someone's hands on it, it stops. It's like,
I felt it.
I
felt it. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like up the top. Wait, now it's like down here, I think. Come on, kick.
Oh my God.
You feel that? I'm 27 weeks on Monday, so it's been like kicking, and this morning it was hiccuping like a lot. It was like boom, boom, boom. Like,
isn't it weird that there's a person in there?
Believe that
You're growing a brain. Let me get that for you.
Lucky and Yeti and it doesn't dent.
Yes, I love that you just said that. I love that you said that. Oh no, my wine. This is getting chaotic.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
What were you saying?
I don't even remember, but moral of the story is
I fully just teared up about the
oh my
baby.
God, that was the first time
Oh
me and
my
Jordan felt the baby.
God.
We've been trying for weeks. We're like, kick us! And now, we just
finally
felt
kicked
it.
you.
That's the first time
Oh
I've
my
ever felt
God,
the
I'm
baby kick.
so...
Really?
Yeah, like that.
Wow.
Wait, a baby in general? Really?
Like, yeah, first time I've ever felt.
Oh my God, when
This
I
is
felt
probably
my
the first
nephew
time
kick
I've
me
ever
for the
felt
first
like a
time,
baby
I
bump.
thought I was going to
Pregnant,
die.
Really?
Yeah.
How cool is it when you meet someone that you
I
know?
love
Like when my sister had a baby, I literally was like, wow, I get to know you as you, and now I get to know you as mum, and it's so good because we know Zoe,
Yeah.
and now we're gonna know mum Zoe.
And then you get to know the baby. It's like
From the
to know its
beginning
little
too,
personality.
like we get to see it from the
I think that's
get-go.
so cool.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be the crazy fucking aunties that they're gonna be like, yes, let's go see Jordan now.
Yeah!
Oh my God. Like it literally all leads back to like the start of this conversation. Like people think that me and Jordan are like such bitches and like we are just like these awful people, but like we've done shit, we've been through some shit, and
We've
it's like
grown through some shit.
we share our lives on social media so much, and it's like some people just see that outer surface and then make all these assumptions underneath, and sometimes it's like nice to be able to be like, no, actually this is my side of the story, and like every story that we tell, there's obviously another side of it, but that's my experience, that's your experience, like that's what we went through, that's what we felt.
We've all done people dirty and
Yeah.
can admit it and have learnt from it and have had dirty shit done back to us that we've
100%.
forgiven for because they're on their own learning journey.
100%. And like the way that we tell stories, the other person might sit there and be like,
That's not
how it happened. But that's how it
because-
happened for me.
Yeah.
That's what I felt, and those were the highlights, lowlights, lowlights in those situations.
Yeah.
Those are the things that I remember. Those are the core memories that I remember out of that made me grow and evolve. And I'm not sitting here saying fuck you for it. I'm sitting here saying that happened to me. That's how I really felt. That's how I saw everything. And now I've been able to like take it all in and then like move on to the next part of my life.
Even when you're in those dark situations,
100%.
it will get to a point where you'll look back on that always.
Literally, I literally watched when I first started doing podcasts with you guys, I like look at that person
Oh my God.
and I don't even recognize who
Yeah,
that
what you were
is.
going
And that
through
was
then.
only like 3-4 months ago. And like I literally can't even watch them because I'm like, what I was feeling then and who I was then and what I was experienced then. And like, that was a really awful time of my life. I'm glad I kind of have it documented because I can look back at it and be like, wow, even in such a short amount of time, I've come so far and evolved so much.
1 year can change everything. Every
Literally.
single month within that year can be
I think I get a refresher every 6 months. Every 6 months, I kind of like hold my horses and I'm like, what's coming around the corner? Because my life changes so drastically.
I would much rather do that than be someone who's stuck in placement for years.
Yeah. You have to
living the same life for like your whole life. I've lived 120 lives in my 20s. Probably could have had my shit together a little bit more. Probably could have been a little bit more responsible with some choices that I've made.
But you learn from everything that you've done.
But like, I'm never going to be one of those grandmas who sits there talking to their grandkids being like,
my life was boring.
My life was boring and I had a beautiful life. My life has been fucking chaos. And every single day, like the people around me are like, wow, you really just go through it, babe. You really just
out here living.
You go through it. But I prefer that. Like, what a life. Like, I have stories on stories on stories.
Period.
But I've made some really great, like, connections with myself throughout all of that. Connections with other people. And it's just like, I'm grateful for all the hurt, even though I would probably prefer if some of it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm grateful. Like, I'm literally...
Thanks for breaking
my heart to every person.
I feel like I'm the most grateful person that I could imagine myself being. I'm so grateful to be here, so grateful to be loved, so grateful to have my friends, so grateful to be the person that I am. I'm just I know I'm a good person and I know I give good to the world. So it's so good that like everyone that I am involved in, you guys, my family, my friends, other friends, we're all just good people. And because I wouldn't allow myself to be associated with people that weren't.
100%.
And if there are people who make mistakes and do bad things, like they've got to grow through that. Like, what's the point in being like to somebody, you're a fucking bitch, you deserve the worst? Like, pretty much cancel culture in a nutshell.
Awful.
You have no idea how that person is going through it or growing.
Literally,
like,
imagine holding something
being in that situation. Like,
holding something against someone that they did when they were a kid. Like, we're young. When none of us are even 30 yet. We're still in our 20s.
Or any point though, like any point in your life. Even you don't have to just be young. Like, people make mistakes.
Human error.
You can't like hold it over someone forever. Like, everyone goes and grows through shit.
You got to go through what you go through, baby.
Name one person who's never made a mistake.
Me.
Oh.
No, it's
this
out now.
Was a great episode. So deep.
Welcome to season 2, baby.
Welcome to the juiciness of season 2.
We love you guys so much. Thank you so much. I can't believe how many followers and subscribers we have on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Like, it is blowing the fact that we get usually around 2,000 to 5,000 views per video that we post on Instagram and TikTok. That is a lot of people.
I'm very grateful.
That is insane. Like,
it's just so cool to have this little community of people.
This podcast is my favorite thing in the whole world. I haven't had a passion since the gym closed, so this is like it for me. Like, I love this shit.
I love doing this.
It's so fun.
Because, like we said before, literally without the camera there, we would have just
had this
conversation
anyway. Yeah.
Guys. Love you guys. Cue the music.
Yeah.